You're probably wondering, who is she? Who is this gal on my For You page? For You page? This is not TikTok, this is actually YouTube. You're probably thinking, who is this beautiful girl on your YouTube page? Right here, right now. That would happen to be me. That would happen to be Maya Johnson. You know, it's been a really long time since I've done a sit-down podcast. Because the last long form video I did, that wasn't really a podcast. That was like me talking about like an educational topic. However, my point is that I haven't done a podcast in so long. Literally, like the last podcast I did was in like March. We're in June. I just have to let you guys know that the timeline for this channel is a bit cooked right now. A bit is actually an understatement. But how has everybody been? I've been great. It's crazy. Like, time has gone so fast. Like time is literally running away from me. Before I start though, I want to introduce my friend. Her name is Yippee. I bought her from the works a couple of days ago. I took her home, I adopted her, brought her in. She no longer has to look at all the smelly kids and smelly people that walk into that shop, because now I'm her owner. So you guys respect her, say hi, say goodbye, say good morning, good afternoon, all of that. Anyways, it's crazy. So much has happened since we've last spoken. Wow. What has happened? Oh wait, before I get into what's happened, I'm just going to explain the timeline for this and explain why it is cooked. Okay, so if you remember, like, I posted the video where it was like a try on haul. That was like the first video I did that wasn't a podcast. And that was my try on haul for when I went to Nigeria. And see, so after I came back from Nigeria, there was March and then there was April, right? And March was just very busy because I was working so much. And so by the time I could like think straight, my birthday was already there. And like, I haven't even started editing the Nigeria footage. I've edited like the getting there, which is going to come out as a separate video. I think there'll probably end up being like 3 videos from Nigeria because bro, I took so much footage. Like there is so much to go through, but I'm excited. I'm looking forward to it. However, yeah, basically I would have posted it in like chronological order, but then my birthday came up. And I wanted to post my birthday footage as close to my birthday as possible. So I was like, okay, cool. I'm just going to push back this Nigeria content because like my birthday is right here, right now. And I want to post it right here, right now. So anyways, I posted all that. This is coming out. And after this, you guys will see. You guys will see what I got up to in Nigeria. It was so incredible. I loved it. Like I want to go back there as soon as I am financially able to. It was just peaceful. Like it was... The weather was nice. It was hot, but it wasn't like I'm dying of this heat hot. Maybe that was just the time of the year I went, but it was lovely regardless. One thing I will say though is that road safety is non-existent. Everyone drives like people drive like they have like 9 lives. The thing is, people drive recklessly, but everyone knows that everyone is going to drive recklessly. So everyone is very like hyper aware. So there was nothing like ever crazy happening like on the road in terms of like people crashing into each other, but it was just a thing of like people don't know what indicators are, like slowing down, who's that, who's she. But besides from that, it was like a really lovely time. I went to the beach. I remember like one of the last days we were there, like we all went to the beach at nighttime and the water was so warm. Like, you know, when you go to a beach and you go into the water and it's freezing cold and you're just like, what is the actual point? And me, I'm scared of the sea. I'm scared of the sea because there's fishes and there's creepy crawlies and seaweed in the sea. However, there was none of that. To be fair, I didn't go far in. I literally dipped my feet in. But I didn't encounter any weird seaweed because like when I've been to the beaches in the UK, well, that's probably because it's the UK. I've encountered seaweed and God knows what disease. So I'm just happy I didn't encounter that there. But Nigeria was incredible. Like I remember, oh my gosh, guys. Basically, so me and my boyfriend, we went there and we stayed with his family and he immigrated to the UK from Nigeria. So he immigrated from Nigeria to the UK and so he has a Nigerian passport. And because the UK are time-wasting scammers, we tried to get we tried to like renew his passport because it had expired. We tried to renew it in the UK. However, they were literally taking like 700 years on everything. We like put in the application to get this passport, let's say in January, brother, it was like September and they still hadn't responded. So anyways, we were just like, fuck it, I'm not even gonna deal with the UK, I'm just gonna get it done there. And we did, but the passport didn't arrive by the time we had to leave. So I had to go home alone. And I remember like, I don't even know, like I've flown alone before. I don't know what it was just about this trip, but like I'm one of those people that's like, I want to be on time. I want to be like 3 hours early because I just don't want the stress. I think that's completely fair. I hate rushing with a passion. I'm currently editing this right now, and you know something so hilariously funny? The thing is, like in normal like settings, I'm not necessarily someone that is ever on time. Like, unfortunately, I am the like late friend because I just don't have a concept of time sometimes. My bad. I'm always like 5 minutes late because it's like I have that thing where like I repeatedly tell myself I could get ready in an hour, and repeatedly I've shown myself that I can't. But if I'm going like abroad or like going somewhere big, I like just to be earlier because it's just like if I can opt to not stress out, I'm gonna not stress out. You get what I mean? Yeah. Anyways. But things happened how they happened. So we was rushing to the airport, which I didn't mind. Like it was no one's fault, but I just get like a bit overwhelmed. Anyway, so we got to the airport. We was like, where's his passport? Because we were meant to pick up the passport from the airport. But the person who was meant to deliver the airport just didn't turn into work that day. Do you not know how insane that is? What do you mean? Because you couldn't turn up for work, I had to pay like an extra £500 to change my flight? Crazy. Anyways, so he changed his flight, and I remember I put sunglasses on in the airport. There was no sun. I put the sunglasses on to hide the fact I was crying, but there was just tears streaming down my face because I was just like, I was just stressed out. Like it was like 10 p.m. There was this man taking me through the airport. I thought I was gonna miss my flight. I was alone. And like the people in the airport, they're nice, but they're just a bit like aggressive. Like, and I feel like I feel like because they knew I wasn't from there, they weren't mocking me, but it was just like a, you know, when you were like a foreigner in a new place, like, you know, the people were just like, get a load of this guy. That's how I felt. Anyways, so I remember because with the airline we went with, like, we couldn't pre-select our seat, so we could do it at check-in, but because we was late, I didn't do that. I didn't get to do that. Bro, I sat in the middle aisle in the middle of two people, two men. Luckily, one of the guys that was next to me was really nice because, like, also, let me just say before I get onto that, trying to get like a SIM card, some sort of data, some sort of connection to the outer world is like so difficult. Bro, we got this app and it was like an eSIM. I got 1 GB of data for like £10. Are you sick in the head? 1 GB will literally last me like a day if I'm using my phone regularly. Anyways, so I had no data left. I wasn't gonna buy 1 gig of data, like, because I just needed, like, I wanted to like call my people before I hopped on this plane. But I remember I got on the plane, I boarded the plane. I had no reception. Like I didn't talk. I didn't like. I just said bye to the people like that I was with. But I needed to text my people before I like took off on this plane. This what like 8 hour journey, 6 hour journey. So I was sat in that seat and I was mustering up the courage to ask this guy to use his day off for literally 20 minutes. I was like, oh, the flight is literally gonna go off in like 5 minutes. If I don't ask him now, like God forbid this plane, like something happens on this plane. I haven't texted anyone because I was too scared to ask. So I just was like, could you turn your hotspot on, please? And he did. Oh, he did. He was like, of course. He even let me use his charger. So I used his hotspot. I said my goodbyes and I got on the air. I got back to the UK safe and sound. Yeah. I remember I got to Gatwick at like 7 a.m. And bear in mind, because I was meant to go with my boyfriend and I didn't end up going with him, my like warm luggage was in the suitcases that he had. So I got back to the UK. I was wearing like these really light jogging bottoms and a vest and like a small jumper because it was like 1,000,000 degrees when I was leaving. But then when I got back to the UK, bro, the cold hit me like a bitch. Like I remember I got my luggage back from the conveyor belt thingy, and I remember I was in the airport like opening up my fucking suitcases to try and find some sort of warm clothing because it was literally like 1 degrees. Bear in mind I had just been in like 35 plus heat for the past like week and a half. So I remember I literally just put on anything I could find. I think luckily I found like a jumper and like these joggers. So I just had like 2 pairs of joggers on, a hoodie, my snuddy, and yeah, I made it back to my humble abode, and I'm pretty sure I just slept. No, I vlogged. I vlogged that whole thing. I remember when I got back home, I was vlogged. I made like some like little baguette thing. So you guys will see that. Like God knows when you'll see that footage though, because like bear in mind this trip ended like March 1st. We are in June. I don't know what's happened. I don't know what's happened. Time has run away from me. But from then until now, I've just been like vlogging like little bits like of my life. And like I will compile them and they will go into a video and you guys will see it eventually. You don't understand. I have like 10 hours plus footage that I need to upload to this channel, but I just need to go through it and edit it. And it's just because like everything's been pushed back because of my birthday and blah, 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 you know? So yeah. But one thing that I am very grateful for is, you know how before I was saying I used to work 5 days a week, 6 till 2, which is crazy because like I'm not in secondary school. Why am I working 5 days a week? Anyways, I changed my work schedule. Yes, I changed my work schedule. So now I work 4 days on, 4 days off, which is so good because 2 days is, I don't care if I finish at 2 p.m. If I finish at 2 p.m. and I've woken up at 5 a.m. to go to work, I'm tired by the time I get home. What's the point of doing anything on my day when I'm literally tired? So I do 4 on 4 off. And instead of doing an 8-hour shift, I do 12-hour shifts, which is long, but like I get 4 days off. Like, so I can't really complain. Like, you don't understand. Like before I went to Nigeria, there was a podcast episode I did and I was talking about when the police like broke down my fucking front door that week. And when I went to Nigeria, in the year and a half I've been working, was the only like 5 days off in a row I have had. Now I get 4 days off on a regular, so that like I'm living it up. I've just had 5 days off because if I book 1 day as holiday at the end of my week, then I get 5 days off. I'm pretty sure that maths is correct, but I'm explaining it in such a shit way, but I'm just gonna pray you guys understand. And I know you will because you guys are smart. Anyways, what else have I been doing? My friends, oh my gosh, I have so much footage. It's been like 2 of my friends' birthdays. I vlogged that all. That was so lovely. It was my friend's Chris's birthday and then it was Julie's birthday. For Julie's birthday, we went to this really nice restaurant. So you guys will see that. And then for Chris's birthday, we had a barbecue. But there was a barbecue before that barbecue, right? And it was a good time. It was a good time. I had a good time with my friends. But you know something that I don't understand about people? Like, you know when you go to like a social event and it's like, okay, cool, I don't know you. But if I go in and I smile, is it not like basic, bare minimum human requirements, manners to smile back? Because you know when you go to a motive and there's just people that are watchers. Like, and it's not even like they're watching with a smile, they're watching with a screw. And it's like, what, did your mum like teach you any sort of manners? Because it's just like, and the thing is, I remember like there was a lot of people like that at this specific barbecue and I kind of let it get to me. And I admit I shouldn't have let it get to me as much as it did because I don't know these fucking people. Like I shouldn't give a fuck about you because you clearly don't give a fuck about me. But I'm just an empathetic little girl, okay? If I go to a motive and I'm like, oh, yay, fun, new people, friends, it's calm if you just don't want to talk. But when you go in and like people are just like looking at you and it's not even like it's the guys, it's the girls. What happened to girls, guys? What happened to like feminism? What happened to unity? Because right now, all I'm seeing is that you're sorry. I just had to say it. Maybe it's just the people I was like surrounding myself, not even surrounding myself with. I think there's just a certain type of genre of people that are around where I live right now due to the university. And I just think maybe you guys like, maybe there could be a uni course on basic human manners and mannerisms and like respect, because I feel like it's something that's lacking in today's age. Maybe that's just like a course that the whole of the UK needs to take. Maybe it's not just my city. Because it's just like, it just boggles my mind so much. It boggles my mind. You know where it's one of those ones where it's like, I'm not talking about anyone specifically here, but like it'll be a group of girls and they'll screw all the other girls in that motive. But that one group of boys, oh my gosh, how are you? Oh my gosh, your hair's so nice. Oh my gosh, what are you wearing? But then to the females that are smiling at you saying hi, you can't even like give proper eye contact or even smile back. I heard you went uni for dick, but who am I to judge? Anyways, that just pissed me off a bit. Like, I feel like in the past couple of weeks, I've just been around a lot of entitled people, and it's okay to be entitled. It's okay to be confident and like think highly of yourself. That's not a bad thing. But it's when you think highly of yourself and lower other people, that's when it becomes an issue. And I feel like it's quite a prominent issue, and that should be spoken about and fixed. Because if no one says it, then these people are just gonna go around thinking that they are the shit. And it's like, okay, like, we get it. Like, I just feel as if everyone should just be a bit friendlier in this life. Because I remember, oh my gosh, guys, you don't even know the half of it. I went to this exhibition, guys. I went to an exhibition. It was like an exhibition, X performance, X motive. I recorded the whole thing, so you guys will see that eventually. But it was my friend Toby. He set up this whole exhibition, and there was like loads of art, and me and my boyfriend's like art in the name of faith. Go follow the Instagram account. I'll put a picture here. It's in the bio. Bio? Is it a bio or a caption? It's in that bottom text bit. So you guys should go follow that account because it's really fucking cool. It is really, really cool. And if you don't know about it, you'll know about it one day. So, but anyways, we went to this exhibition. It was in Birmingham. There was like really cool performances from like some of my friends. It was so cool. It was such an amazing opportunity just to network, just to get like your name out there. Just have some feedback. It was lovely. The people was lovely. It was an amazing experience. But I remember like we had to travel, like bear in mind, the canvases that we brought, like one of them is kind of like a little bit bigger than that one. And there's another one that's smaller than that one. But we had to take that on the train to Birmingham and back. Like I had to walk with this canvas. It's literally like triple the size of me. Not in height, in like width. But yeah, that was fun. I remember by the end of the night, my feet were hurting because I was wearing these little kin heels. But they weren't really like heels. Like, you know when it's not like a heel that's like a little like long, pointy one. It's like a block. But it's still at that like slanted heel effect. Anyways, I was wearing those. The outfit was so cute. I'm going to put a picture up there. It was so cute. I ate. However, my feet were hurting the next day. And so was my back because I was standing and walking a lot. But then I got a back massage, so can't complain. What else has happened in the world? Elon Musk and Trump, oh my gosh. From before, like from the last podcast, none of this had been happening. But like, bro, the whole world thought Elon Musk and Trump were basically lip syncing for like this past couple months. And then they just like, it's like they broke up. Like, you know when like a couple in like secondary school, they break up over Snapchat and they're posting indirects. That is literally what it's giving, but it's quite literally the president of America. And his ex-best friend. Like we all woke up one day to Elon tweeting, no, let me cite my sources correctly and tell you what was actually being said so I don't get my information wrong. So one of the things Elon said was that Donald Trump is in the Epstein files, which is why they haven't been made public. Okay, we already knew that though, because we've seen pictures of Epstein and Trump just like living it up together. Like we've been knowing that. I remember when Trump came into presidency and he was like, oh yeah, I'm going to release the Epstein files. And it's like, I was like, yay, but is that actually going to happen? Because you're going to go down with everybody else that's involved, King. Oh yeah, and another thing that Elon said was, without me, Trump would have lost the election. The Democratic Republicans would have controlled the House. Anyways, I don't know what has gone on behind closed doors. I don't know who upset who. Maybe Elon didn't kiss Trump goodnight. But the thing is, Elon is trying to be like, he's trying to be the hero in this situation. He's trying to be like, oh yeah, guys, Trump wouldn't have won this election without me. Like, he's so terrible. But if you guys never beefed, you would have still been complicit, bro. Like, you would have still very much been sneaky along with Trump as you have been for the past couple months. It's only because you guys are beefing now that you're like, oh, Trump is so bad. So are you. It's a bit crazy that he's trying to bait Trump out, but like you're probably worse than him, bro. You're literally the richest person in the world. Like half of your money and you could solve world hunger, but no, keep that money to yourself. It's just not making sense to me. But that's happened. I wonder how that's going to progress. But America is crazy right now. America is actually insane. I'm so sorry if you're from America right now, because I was scared to go to America in the first place just based on the fact that guns are literally legal. What do you mean Jerry the crackhead from down the street can legally have a gun and no one's gonna bat an eye. That's insane to me. But now that ICE are like on like some rampage deporting everyone and anyone, and like I don't even like I can't go to America. I don't even want to risk that, at least until Trump is like, whilst he is in power, America will not be seeing me. So that's just how it is. That's just how it is. You know those ones where like you meet a friend that you haven't seen in so long, so like to catch them up on your life, you go through your camera roll to like jog your memory to what you've actually been doing with your life recently. That's exactly what I'm doing with you guys right now. Oh, my fit was so cold. Oh my gosh, I went to another party like 5 days ago because everybody in my uni, like terms like done now. So everyone was going home but for the last time because we're all graduating this year. And yeah, it was like bro, when I tell you there was like 200 plus people at this party. Wait, I'll show you guys. I'll put a picture up. Was the outfit not hard as fuck? It was a good party though. I remember me and my boyfriend, we got there quite late. So we kind of just saw like the aftermath of everyone like drunk and like on God knows what substance. But it was a great time. That's not great though. I was looking through TikTok shop and I saw that and I was like, what have I stumbled across? I don't want to know. Oh my gosh, my brother came. My brother came to stay with me and my boyfriend, and we went bowling with all of my friends and that was really fun. I have a video of me. It wasn't even a strike. I got like one strike and it wasn't on record, but I got a spare and it was really cool and I'm going to play it for you guys now. Was that not steez? Was that not serious steez? Bro, me and my friends, we got such cute pictures. My friend, she has this really cool, like old school Sony camera. And the pictures she takes on it are literally incredible. Oh my gosh. Look at them. Look how cute. Look how cute she looks. I need to post these pictures. I have pictures from Nigeria. Okay, I've said this a million times. We're in June. That was in February. That I still haven't posted. I'm going to post today. You guys have inspired me. I'm going to post today. Yes. What else have I done? I've straightened my hair. There's me with my hair blown out. A bit of a jump scare, so I'm sorry about that. Oh my gosh, guys. Me and my friends a couple of weeks ago went to the fun fair and we vlogged the whole thing. Well, I vlogged the whole thing. That's going to be a really fun vlog. I have so much to edit, but you guys, you just know that you will be eating. You will be eating, so don't worry about that. And another thing is, like, I remember a couple of videos ago when I did my little wakey bakey morning with Maya, I was talking about how I manifested summer. Summer's here, yay, woohoo. Bro, the UK weather is so cooked. Climate change, we are so cooked. Literally 2 weeks ago, I was wearing sundresses. I was even hot in those sundresses. Do you want me to show you a video of me or something? Like, isn't she fucking cute? Yes, she is. Anyways, I was wearing sundresses. And then like a couple days later, me and my boyfriend went to go and get pizza. I was wrapped up in 2 pairs of joggers, 2 jumpers, my big ass, big fat bolo jacket, a snuddy, and a scarf, and my hands were still freezing. I was still cold. Do you not think that's insane? Are we not meant to be in June? Anyways, when I went to go and get that pizza, when I was dressed up in like a million layers of clothing, it was like midnight. There was no one there. We was just sat down on this bench, eating my pizza, and this guy, he's kind of like wobbling, like, I don't know if he was drunk, but he was smoking a cigarette. He starts walking past us, and me and my boyfriend were like what's going on here? Because he wasn't doing anything. He was just kind of just like in his own world walking, and he looks at us. And at that point, I'm a bit nervous because like, what do you mean it's 2 a.m? Why are you walking up to me as a man? Anyways, he walks up to us and he hands us his phone. He says, take it, take this. He's up on like TikTok and he's like, record me. So me and my boyfriend were kind of just like, okay. So we're recording this guy and he walks off and there's this like, I don't know, again, what exact ethnicity, but it's like Indian-esque music playing. And he just walks off and he's smoking a cigarette and he's kind of like doing a little like move, a little shimmy. And me and my boyfriend are stood here trying not to laugh because I'm just like, what the fuck is happening right now? And then so the video finishes, we give him back his phone. He's like, thank you. and he walks away. And then like 3 meters ahead of us, he goes and sits down on the floor, cross-legged. Bear in mind, it's cold, it's like 1 a.m. And he's just sat there smoking a cigarette. And we're just like, what the hell? What have we just encountered? You know what? I'm gonna put the video of when that just happened. I'm gonna play it now. I've just re-explained. You're gonna hear me re-explain the whole thing, but deal with it. I wonder what is going on like with him right now. What's his POV of everything?
Literally anything he wants. Bro, I don't think it's deep.
Bro, this guy, he sat down smoking a cigarette. He's such a main character. Like, what the fuck just happened?
This guy came up to us, asked him to record his TikTok video.
TikTok video.
Like, bro, just demanded
he was just smoking a cigarette.
Like,
he came up
take this phone, record. I was like, okay. I
was like, what the fuck?
He even asked you, just said take the phone and record.
And it was just some like, I don't know, some sort of like Indian pop song. Like,
we're not an Indian top. That's the thing. We'll never go.
And he just walked away and started smoking his cigarette. I just like kind of just literally was in his own world smoking the cigarette, and then just gave the phone back to us and spotted us and just walked away and sat over there. So I wonder how his night was going. He's off that train. It was the most random thing. I wish I like had recorded that whole interaction, but like whilst it was happening, I was just kind of like in the moment, like what is actually like what's going on right now. So that happened. But yeah, that's been my life recently. That was a lovely little catch up. It's been nice to like sit down and talk to you guys. I haven't done that in so long because I've been in my vlogging era, but a pod every so often won't hurt anybody. But I'm gonna start a new tradition. I'm gonna to end the video, I'll show you a TikTok that I've been loving recently. To end it off, I love you guys. I hope you have enjoyed this little conversation with Maya, and get ready because you guys will finally see when I went to Nigeria, because right now it might as well just be a figment of my imagination. But until next time, guys, I love you very much.
Go dummy like I'm catch later. Hair blowing like a. Go dummy like I'm catch later. Hair blowing like a. Go dummy like I'm catch later. Hair blowing like a. Home office on my up here. Home office on my